the A and D event finals. This has been an amazing week of some amazing curling, and this is really due to you guys stepping it up across the board. And I can tell you on behalf of everybody in the war room, everybody in the committee, we thank you for all the great curling you've given us this weekend. A few quick thank yous to people who made this weekend possible for you. My committee, which is Ingrid and Nancy and Robin and Ginger, who took care of all the food. Krista, Derek, Mark, Donna, and Tony, who took care of the bar. Patterson and Ken, who did all the decorations this weekend. Paul and Jen, who are doing the commentating. That still don't get to go on the ice. Sorry. And Ashley and Katie, Kate, and Nadia, who are doing all the background stuff. Also, Joe Phillips and the entire ice crew have been doing a great job all weekend keeping the ice in the best shape we can. And John Sr. continues to do a lot of the background stuff for us across the board. So, with that, wish you guys the best of luck. Good curling, and to the Piper.
Good curling, safe trip home.
Alrighty, ice is yours, guys. Good luck.
Any extras? That guy's good curling.
Thank you.
Great speech, short, sweet, to the point.
Hello and welcome to the 2025 Harvest Bonspiel A&D event finals. This is the final draw of the Bonspiel, and it features the A event on sheet 1 with the Plainfield team, Realm of Niftiness Greater Than Land of Oz, with Dan Pearson, Jazzy Kaur, John Geppert, and Michelle Sheffer. And they are playing the King team from Potomac with Kevin King, Jess Harsano, Ben Peters, and Tiash. Sorry, I just got an earful of Piper. On sheet 2, that is the D event final. It is the Lollipop Guild of Philadelphia with Craig MacKinley, Katie Daly, Brian Dutt, and Leslie Dutt. And they are playing the Ardsley team, ease on down the ice, with Matt and Sharon Gallegos, Keith Wisbauer, and Aaron Durba.
All right, so we are off to a slightly delayed start because the B event final from 9 a.m. went to extra end. So if you want to catch that one, you can watch it on the YouTube replay. No spoilers here. And we are off on sheet 2 for the D event. We've got Gallegos Erin with her first rock with the center guard.
Means Craig MacKinley won the toss for Hammer.
Over on sheet 1, Michelle's getting ready to throw, and John is not only getting ready to sweep, but he's also, I think, starting his Garmin to actually record this as an activity, which is pretty funny.
Steps are steps.
No, I think he's like tracking it as like an actual activity because you get the steps. He's actually tracking the heart rate part as an activity. I saw him start it, which is kind of funny.
Leslie on sheet 2 being asked to come in around the guard that was just thrown by Craig.
All right, nice center guard from Michelle there, right in the middle. That's a nice half guard. And Kevin asks for the corner.
Leslie Stone going to just pump the the stone on the middle center line, but it stays on the center line, so it's considered legal.
All right, 2-3 from the sweepers, Jessica and Ben. Rock sliding a little bit there as it crosses over the center line. Looks like it's going to be a 1, what was called.
Craig and Matt debating the finer aspects of the no-tick rule. Craig being told earlier in the tournament that any touching of the rock was prohibited, so now he's just double-checking what Matt's thought is.
Well, it's not really true. You're allowed to touch it. You just can't move it off the center line.
This is true, but there was a dispute about this with someone else who was wrong about it.
All right. Michelle's rock, she was being asked to draw under. Looks like it's going to come up a little bit short and just tap her previous rock. You are allowed to move your own rock off the center line, though, so that is not a tick rule violation right there. Now with the staggered centers, Kevin King is going to draw under.
Leslie is going to draw under after Aaron's second shot ends up with a triple guard out front.
All right, we have Taisha's second rock, Ben Peters on the sweep.
Leslie Stone making it just by the guards for a very buried top 12.
All right, sweepers working this one really hard, though they're going to be on that center guard. I don't think it was on the center line.
It was not on the center line.
So that is not a center line violation.
However, it is now on the center line. Meanwhile, Keith trying to throw around on the outturn side.
All right, so Jassy asking John Geppert to draw around on the outturn side. John Geppert not only has a orange stopwatch, which I know they commented about in yesterday's A-Event semifinals draw, but he also has a green string for it to match his green shirt.
Meanwhile, Keith Stone just barely missing the guards, but being a little deep, ends going back to the back 12, still shot Stone.
John's rock also getting caught out in the 12.5 ice that we have after the pebble. So now we just have a whole lot of guards. And Ben Peters is going to be asked to start peeling.
Meanwhile, Brian is going to try to draw around. Line's pretty close to tight, depending on what his weight is.
All right, Ben with the first peel of the day. Will make contact with something.
Brian Stone making contact with the center line guard. Going to end up with a corner guard.
All right, makes a nice double peel. Leaves the shooter as a center, but that's okay. I think Jassy's just going to try to go under again.
Meanwhile, Matt asking Keith to draw under again. Everyone trying to reach the center of the button, the center of the rings.
We just heard Jassy say I think it's 12, so that whole 12.5 is the first draw and the first end on this Philadelphia ice is true.
Will speed up quite a bit for the next end, though.
All right, Dan says it's really heavy and thinks it's through, but wait till it starts hitting some fresh pebble and it'll come down.
Matt screaming for the sweep, and Keith just glancing off the guard. We'll manage to sit third shot, but will be exposed. Craig electing to take a hit at it.
All right, Ben being asked to play another double peel on the guards after John's rock went through the house. I think he threw what he thought was control and it wound up like hack.
Meanwhile, Brian's shot is away. Needs to curl a little bit. Oh, no. I think it's curling enough now. Sweeping hard.
All right, so
Redirects
nice double
off the guard.
peel.
Ooh. Redirects off the guard, which then ticks off the corner guard and goes into the house for second shot.
This is what happens when you don't peel guards. You actually get these wacky little runs. On sheet one over here, we have Ben made two double peels. So now we've got two yellow guards in the front, and Dan is going to ask Jassy to draw under.
Meanwhile, Sharon being asked to draw under the pile of guards out front. Still no one managed to get full 8 yet.
All right, Jassy's first rock is off. Sweeper's on it for weight
Sharon's rock.
and line.
Sharon's rock ends up being a promote. Ends up promoting to the top 4. Very nice.
Jassy getting caught in the 12 ice and now has a half guard, one guard. So Kevin says, all right, we're just going to take advantage of this stagger and come under.
Meanwhile, Craig asking Katie to take out the yellow that was just thrown. Looks like not going to be a problem. Leslie thinking it needs curling. Oh no, that was a clear of the center line guards. Moves things around.
All right, we got a call for top 4, top 8, but the weight is coming off very quickly, and that rock is sliding.
It's gonna be on that guard.
Yeah, it's in that very fresh pebble path inside the 4, and it's grabbing pretty hard.
Sharon being asked to draw around on the intern side.
All right, Jassy with the outturn draw again. Dan calling for sweep early.
And while Sharon Stone ends up very high guard.
Gotta go for weight on Jassy's rock. It might touch the house. It will not touch the house. We may get a blank end unintentionally here on this sheet.
This will be interesting.
Jess asking if the red rock was in, Kevin saying no.
Meanwhile, Craig debating what to do here. Looks like he's going to peel the guards.
Yeah, so Kevin told Jess that Jassy's second rock was a 14-4, and it was a tight 3 guard. So
it's better than 12.
it's speeding up a little.
Meanwhile, Katie's stone is a bullet. Manages to hit a bunch of things, but doesn't look like much changed.
All right, Ben Peters on Jessica's rock early out of hand. Looks like they might get it there weight-wise. It's got a mile to curl, though, since they were on it so early and she was out wide there. So she may be biting.
I think that is biting.
And then if Dan hits it, it will not bite. So, all right.
Meanwhile, Matt just looking to draw in on the outturn side. Draw or just block the draw path for Craig.
All right, Dan Pearson with the normal weight hit. I think he said nose was fine. All right.
Oh.
That one's gonna nose it.
It's gonna nose.
Just a high, just a hair high. All
just
right.
hair high. Yep.
Dan had a little bit of a Shannon Burchard release there going.
With the cock and then.
Yeah. I don't know if that does anything on this ice, but. All right. Jess says, looks like they're gonna probably wick off of that into the house. I guess that's the call.
Looks like Matt ends up being a double run back raise, leaving Gallegos sitting the 4. McKinley has the hammer, and this is be McKinley's first shot. Looks like he's going to try to do more work to clear out this front. Craig able to throw a lot of weight.
All right, Kevin with his first rock.
Looks like he's trying for an in-off.
Yeah, it looks like it's an in-off because no one actually knows how to get there on a draw on the first end. So we got a control call out of hand. Up. Just calling for sweep. Looks like it's gonna just graze it, maybe.
And not enough of it to stick around.
Yep. So now
Dan's going to do the same thing.
I think Dan's gonna draw. Dan's also frantically sweeping to get the frost off the ice before he throws.
Here goes Craig's rock. I don't know if Brian's going to be able to keep up with it. Leslie can't. Does a very good job of clearing out those stagger frozen center guards and spilling the shooter. Does leave a pretty open path to that center rock.
All right, Dan with his last rock, looking just to draw. We got plenty of room. Lots of room, lots of room. It's coming in, but probably won't get under the guards.
Jesse's saying it was falling out.
Yeah, so the line has sped up enough that 13-5 is out the back.
Yep.
So the question is, if you're Kevin, do you take the blank? Or
I think I take the blank.
and then do you throw all the way down? You're going to have to, like, throw normal down the intern side because no one has played that side and it's all fresh to make sure that you don't accidentally stop in the house.
I think that's what he's going to do.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Matt's final stone, looking to
Okay.
plug that hole.
All right, so just making sure that Kevin is throwing to the boards with this rock with the handle call. And he is, in fact, throwing to the boards, so this one is going to be a throwaway rock on sheet 1.
Matt Stone stopping just where he wants it to plug the hole, leaving Craig with a hard decision to make.
All right, so we're going to have a blank for end 1 here over on sheet 1. I think it's somewhat of an unintentional blank.
Never seen a blank with that many guards before.
I have.
Well,
I think it was when we were at either at Nutmeg or at Ardsley, and it was like 10-5 to T in the first end. It was pretty tough. All right, we're going to start off the second end, probably much like the first end here on sheet 1. Michelle being asked to throw a center guard.
I think Craig's going for the in-off on that outer yellow.
Can he get through there? Is he coming from the outside?
He's coming from the outside.
Is it going to curl that much around the top yellow guard?
If he throws a light,
This is Craig. I don't think we're throwing lightweight hits, but yeah, maybe. Okay, so nice center guard from Michelle. Kevin asking Taish for the corner guard.
Brian needing,
Oh,
he's trying to curl it. Oh, that's Leslie. Looks like it will be 3 for Gallegos.
all right. Jess and Ben working on this rock. Looks like it's going to be a nice 3 guard. It is sliding out a little bit as it hits some fresh pebble out there. Michelle being asked to draw in under her center guard. Top 8, top 4.
See if the second end will speed things up quite a bit.
I think it will on this side. I'm not sure if they try to play the out-turn side, what would happen.
Going to be close to this guard.
Yeah, Dan says it's heavy, so you're going to need to play the wick, which is what they're going for now.
No, I think you can hold it off of it.
He said it was heavy, though.
It
so.
is still heavy, but he was able to get it by because it was heavy. Sheet
Yeah.
2, victim of the second end speed up as well, going through the house.
13-2 on that one is what the hog-to-hog call was from Jesse. All right, so we're going to make use of our corner guard now on sheet 1.
Leslie's rock coming down, looks like got plenty. This will stop around the T line, I think.
All right, Ben and Jess trying to get this one to curl over. It looks like it will be nice top 8, so very nice weight call and very nice throw. T-line, very nice. It is fully buried.
It is not fully buried. You can
You can see half of it?
You can probably see from the hack. You can probably see almost all of it.
Yeah, okay. All right, so John being asked to play the hit and probably flop over on
Meanwhile,
this one.
Leslie's deep stone is going to be hit by, just hit and stick there by Aaron Stone.
This one's moving quite a bit on the inside out.
Yeah. Dan's keeping it, though. Dan's keeping it. He got it.
Nice sweep by Dan there.
And he pops, gets across the face and bumps out to be a little more buried.
Yep. All right, so now we're going to be asked to draw down to it, looks like is what the call is.
Leslie's second shot looks like it's going to be sucked up by the boards. Leaves Matt to try a guard or top 12 on his side, cover his stone.
All right, so we call for back 8 on Ben Peters, this first rock coming this way. He really needs to curl, though. That really hugged the center line on that one.
It's going to just swing by everything.
Yeah, just a smidge heavy. And I feel like what we've been seeing down is if you're not getting off the center line by about half the sheet, it's kind of running pretty straight in the inside out.
Keith's rock is not curling enough, will be in the rings, but will not be covering their other shot. Craig going to go for the last thrown shot. Brian throwing.
So John's going to be asked to draw in under cover, and then Kevin's going to have to deal with the middle, probably clean it up a little bit.
Dan trying to get the rock to move. Brian Stone getting the double.
And sticking the shooter in the wings, which is pretty nice. All right, nice shot from John, back 4, back 8. Kevin's like, all right, we got to peel some guards now. So we're going to try to run this and possibly get it so that the shooter will roll to our left, and then the center guard could potentially also dig out the one that's currently buried under the corner guard.
Keith looking to take out the corner red that was the shooter from the last end. Looks like Keith will make contact and just flop a little bit in.
Straight peel. Nice job from Ben. Jassy looking to put that back. Dan says biter's okay, since nose on it wouldn't be in the house.
Craig looking to take out the last stone, asking Brian for the takeout. Just exchanging hits here. Brian's stone looks like it's got an early jump.
Nice shot there from Brian.
Will just spill into the...
Can I just say how much I love the fact that Craig still has a brownie broom and he sweeps with it?
You can do that if you're Skip, I guess.
All right, Jassy's guard needs to get over a little bit and curl a little more. John putting his back into that.
Just watch it smear over and just gear over to the side.
I will say that if John's wearing his garment on his wrist and is catching the sweep strokes as being representative of his walking steps, that's probably cheating a little bit on your step count for the day.
That could be true. Meanwhile, Sharon's first, taking out Craig's and bouncing a little bit to the wing. Craig asking Katie to take it back out. Just going to trade hits all game, looks like.
Kevin asking Jess to peel the center guard, saying that if you also peel the yellow corner guard, that is fine too.
Katie's throw is away. Lots of weight.
All right, Tia being asked to hold this one. Nice peel.
Makes contact with a lot of things.
Yeah, kind of stuffed the shooter, but that was expected. All right, Jassy being asked to put the guard back. Dan says if it's a 4, it's okay. There is debris on the ice that needs to come off.
Sharon's second stone going for the takeout. Looks like it's hanging wide. Gonna get a piece of it and bounce into the boards.
I'm impressed that yellow rock is still in play.
It's the lip right before the, because they can't scrape all the way to the boards.
Someone should draw down to that one. It'd be like impossible to remove it then. All right, Jassy, second rock, a little better weight, over curl just a smidge.
Yeah, the shot stone gonna be fully exposed.
Yeah, Kevin kind of goes, what do we do now?
Meanwhile,
Says it's wide open.
Katie being asked to draw to the wing, kind of towards that stone that you were mentioning.
Maybe she is trying to freeze on it.
Well, I can tell you that the stone is moving it's curling a lot, so it may make it to it.
All right, Jess being asked to play, is it the double? It might be, on the reds that are currently in the house. A little outside right now, so Rock's got to get encouraged by Ben.
Ben's not going to be able to make it, though.
All right.
Meanwhile, Katie's rock just biting the top 12. Good spot because now Matt, if he hits, will not be counting in the rings unless he flops over.
All right, so Dan electing to go top 12 with his guard, knowing that the shot rock is currently very exposed. And then if he does that, he's sitting 4 in the house, which is pretty good because his rocks are kind of spread out as well. John confirming with Dan how deep they want the rock.
Matt's first stone is away, first of the skip stones. Sharon saying on its own. Hits and bounces a little bit, will be a corner guard now.
So Craig's going to take advantage of that and draw under. All right, Dan's off with his first rock. All right, we got to get this rock to curl a little bit.
Dan's telling him keep curling, don't mind the depth. Stop right there.
All right, some nice finish on that with the help of John. 14-7 on that is what Jassy said, so.
Pretty close to up to speed that for Philly Ice.
Maybe a little bit more. 14-7 was like top 12, top 8 on that. All right, so it looks like Kevin's going to be playing some sort of double, possibly triple on this. He'll probably throw some heat at it.
Craig Stone is moving.
Actually, is there a quad there? I think there might be, depending upon how he hits it.
I don't think you can because you don't end up getting that side one.
No, I guess if he hits the shooter, if he hits it that thin, then it's probably not going to be there for the side one.
You're either going to get the top 2 or try to get the back ones.
All right.
Craig Stone, meanwhile, not stopping.
Ben Peters working really hard on the rock. Looks like we will get a double. Nice.
Yes.
And the shooter rolled over, so the 4-foot is mostly free. Dan's going to probably just try to draw under.
Dan is going to hit.
I think he's just drawing. I don't think he's hitting.
Okay. Meanwhile, Gallegos' final stone, looking to make use of that.
Maybe he is hitting. Well.
Fallen victim of the second and speed up as well, as this is going to sail on through. Meanwhile,
all right, the call was top 4 from Michelle out of Dan's hand. That thing's got to move a mile, though.
John trying his best here. He's making it. I think he's going to end up with a tick.
Just a little tick. All right. right, that's not bad. He does, in fact, get to the back of the button.
Does move that yellow around. I think the red's still second shot.
I think so, too. So Kevin's...
Drawing for 1.
No, I think he's hitting.
He said, let's just draw for 1.
Well, the ice is definitely broomed for a hit.
No?
For 1.
Well, he's hitting. Craig, meanwhile, with the intentional blank.
All right, so
he will hit for 1, bumper.
yep, bumper for the hit for 1. All right, board to control. We need the curl that's floating out a little bit there. Ben's
They'll
working
get
on
this.
Ben's working on it hard. Ben's working on it hard.
Then
Needs to
they
not
will
roll off.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why you gotta curl it a little more. All right, so now the vices get to decide.
steal of 1.
Steal of 1. All right, we're in the third end on both sheets now. Yellow going a little deep on their first one into the house.
Craig gonna take advantage of that to play his hit game. Leslie Stone looks like it's got to curl a bit if she wants to stay in. We'll take it out, but shooter will roll out.
All right, Michelle being asked to throw a center guard again, and the Dan Sombrero shirts have come out. I think they call them Dan's fans.
Dan's fans.
Dan's fans.
Meanwhile, Aaron's second one looking more like a guard.
All right, Kevin asking for a corner guard. We're gonna go towards the boards now.
Oh no, this is going to be to the button. Craig is just standing there to take it right back out.
All right, so Taish on her first. Looks like this might come into the rings. Needs to stop. Oh, it's just biting. Just a
biting.
little deep. All right, so it's because it's biting. Jassy says you can hit it and roll. All right, so we're going to do a normal weight hit from Michelle. Calls for line early. John on it. John's
Sweeping hard.
well, John's also reached the point where his plants have split on the bottom, which is kind of an interesting thing.
Meanwhile, sheet 2, Leslie's hit and stuck, and then Keith hit and flopped out, so open house.
Michelle getting a really nice roll on hers to get to center line. Kevin going to ignore it for now. Throw the... Oh, no, he's going to make a play on it, and he's going to try to roll the shooter over, it looks like.
This will be tight.
Yep.
Does have probably 3/4 of the rock.
A lot of it, but it's got to curl over a lot. It's very wide right now.
Brian Stone looking like it's... Sweepers are not anywhere near it.
Just working it over. Going to make contact. Real nice. All right, nice shot. So we've got a nice hit and roll in the opposite direction now.
Spills it out of the rings.
And John being asked to do the same thing Michelle did.
Meanwhile, Brian Stone just hanging on at the very back of the house. Keith being asked to take out Brian Stone.
All right, John's first rock. Michelle working on it. Michelle working on it. It's going to hit it really thin, though.
Going to just miss the rock out behind the house.
All right, Kevin saying this is kind of a dead end because we're kind of playing for another blank at this time. So he says, all right, we're just going to peel the guard. We're looking like we're going to play the blank for the third end as well.
Meanwhile, Brian looking to take out the Gallegos stone that's just biting in the back.
All right, nice peel from Ben.
Brian noses it and sticks around in the back of the house. Gallegos asking Sharon to take it back out.
All right, so we have an empty house on sheet 1. I think Jassy said let's just throw it in. This looks really light. We're getting a guard.
Meanwhile, Sharon Stone making its way down, trying to curl it in. They do make contact, but spill to the back behind the house as a tripping hazard.
All right, John's rock is a nice center guard. I think Kevin's just going to peel it again.
Meanwhile, Craig asking Katie to draw to the top of the house.
All right, Ben with another peel. It's floating out though, just needs to make it make contact. All right, nice peel.
Katie's stone is going to end up a guard. Craig seems to be happy with it just staying there.
All right, so Jassy gonna toss one into the rings. I think both teams know that they're just gonna be trading hits.
Hits unless someone makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Matt asking Sharon to peel the guard that was just thrown.
Dan wanting to make sure that this rock stays above the tee line. And if it bites 12 so that a nose hit on it does not go into the rings, that's what he's looking for.
Very nice shot.
All right, Jess says she likes getting rid of that rock and rolling the shooter over. So they're going to get a board hit on that. All right, so Tia being asked to...
Okay, whoa, we're gonna cross.
Oh, they're going to cross it, so they're going to just get to it the other way, since that rock kind of moved. And we will get the roll, so that's pretty good. Good audible.
Yeah. Dan asking for normal, going to trade another hit. Meanwhile, on sheet 2, Katie Stone sits in the rings. Matt will go for it again.
All right, Jassy with her second rock being asked to get rid of the yellow. Looks like this will be a very nice nose hit. Oh, it's going to get a little bit of a roll.
Wants a little bit of a roll.
Yeah,
Nose hit won't be in the rings.
Got a little bit of the roll.
Oh, ends up hitting that rock in the back.
Okay. Jess's turn again. Probably something very similar. That's what she just threw.
Matt throwing the hit. Sweeper on it, keeping it straight. Looks like it's going to be a nose. There we go.
All right, Tia being asked to make sure it makes contact with this. This one looks like you're going to roll everything out.
It's close,
Yeah,
but
I
it
think
will
you're
go
right.
out.
Yep. Both houses looking kind of empty.
Kind of lonely. We were just talking about how there weren't many blanks this Bonspiel.
That's because they saved them all for the finals. And then next year we'll have to play with only a 1 blank end per team rule.
Won't matter until the finals.
All right, Dan going to get his draw weight down. That or he's biting the 12 again.
Might try to, he's biting the 12, I think. Craig's stone is moving, so they're trying to keep it on line. We'll get a piece, and looks like it's going to spill out, but no, it stops. Stops at the wing.
All right, so Dan's first rock looks a smidge heavier than, well, no, it's a straight up draw.
It's a straight up draw.
So it's a nice opportunity for them to dial in their draw weight since we're just trading draws and hits right now. So Kevin's just going to make this one go away. People are picking up a lot of debris off the ice today.
Matt's last stone here. Looks like it's going to make contact and just roll out, leaving Craig the opportunity to just throw through for another blank.
All right, Kevin with his first rock. This looks like a little bit of a soft release on that one with a little soft weight. So I think he's going to
he's missed
go
it.
over. Yeah. Oh, good sweep effort from the sweepers though.
Leaves Dan opportunity to
Yeah, he's gonna throw a rock right in front of it, biting, so that
can't be hit for shot.
can't be hit.
Makes the double a little more difficult.
Yep.
Craig, meanwhile, throws through, and we are into the fourth end for sheet 2. Score 3-0 Gallegos. Dan saying they're light.
All right, so looks like it'll settle in, kind of where they want it.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be pretty good.
It's
Going
a little
to
deeper than he wanted. Okay, so I guess this isn't bad because the double. I don't think there's a double blank. I think this is a double. Like your shooter's going to stick around.
Yeah, this is a double force.
Double force or steal. So
Aaron's first stone, a little heavy, sliding in. Craig going to start the hit game again.
I think Craig's happy to shorten the game as much as possible.
Yes, we're certainly moving quickly here.
All right, Kevin with the last rock of the third end. Just calling for sweep.
This is
Ben
going to
Peters.
overcurl a little bit.
All right, so steal of 1.
Meanwhile, Leslie Stone, or I'm sorry, Aaron Stone was hit by Leslie. Aaron going to return the favor.
All right, Michelle's going to be asked to throw another center guard. They're going to come this way this time on the out turn. I don't think we've seen a whole lot of action on this side coming in the even ends yet.
Aaron Stone hitting out Leslie's, bouncing to the wing. Craig asking for the in-turn hit.
Dan saying that Michelle's rock is a 3, but then she says might be in. Michelle's rock is in fact just in the top 12. Kevin's going to ignore it for now and say throw the corner. Kevin really wants a crooked number in this end.
Matt asking Keith, continue the hits.
Yeah, normally the Gallegos lineup has Tim as their vice, but I think when we saw them...
Not as vice, second.
Second, sorry. When we saw them at Nutmeg, they said Keith was coming this year, so...
Hits and spills out, leaving Craig to choose where to put it.
All right. Tia with a nice corner guard. Jassy saying, okay, Michelle, just throw another guard.
Stone's moving.
Yeah, she threw that one pretty light. So it kind of picked up the curl early and over-curled a little bit.
Make it hard to draw under his corner. Harder, at least.
Kevin's not phased. Yep, team's telling him, he says, we like the hit and roll.
Keith's second stone looking to take the one that Brian just put down in the top of the house.
All right, Tia with her second is going to play a board weight hit and flop.
Hit and stick for Keith.
Turned it a little in on her release, so the rock's moving kind of early. Needs to avoid hitting that red, though, or at least hitting the red out of
Jess
play.
was getting it.
Just
ticks it, though.
Okay. But does not violate the free guard rule. Dan says he would like the guard. Jassy wanted to know if she wanted to choke off the corners and go under now. Dan says, let's throw a guard. So John is going to be asked to throw the guard. Still trading hits over on sheet 2.
Brian Stone just going out.
Well, their plane ends really fast.
Yeah, well, when you trade hits like that, there's not a lot to think about.
All right. This looks like we might be able to squeak by. Yep.
They're squeaking by.
Real nice sweep.
Going to
Judgment
go
there.
to the back of the 4-foot.
Nice shot from John. All right, Kevin's going to have to deal with this. He can deal with the top one by doing the hit and roll that he called originally.
But he may just try the nose double.
Yeah, I think that's what he's calling.
Keith sweeping that stone hard to get it out the back. Guess he didn't like where it was going.
Yeah, you probably didn't want a rock in the back of the house being up 3, so.
Josh sweeping hard. Looks like this is curling, going to
It'll work nicely.
work pretty well. Ends up stuffing it, though.
That's okay.
That yellow out front, he's in a much better spot.
Yep. All right, so Katie being asked to draw on sheet 2. Looks like it's going to be a card.
I think it's going to slide into the rings.
Oh, it just slid into the rings. Look at that. Matt says, let's trade another set of hits. All right. Jassy asking John to just get rid of the yellow.
Going to peel it.
Yep. Just roll off the shooter. Okay.
Leaves Kevin option to hit and flop.
Kevin says he kind of likes the hit and flop, doesn't really like just the draw, even though they've got double center or double corners right now.
I thought he said he didn't mind the draw.
Yep, so they're going to play the hit and roll.
Meanwhile, Katie on sheet 2 looking to hit the yellow. Needs a bit of a flop to be in the rings, though. Looks like she's going to flop the wrong way. Will end up just a guard. Matt going to try to take advantage of that.
All right, Tia being asked to hold Ben's rock. That just came out. It looks a little down, but it looks really well. It'll get a roll, roll. That's a nice roll. Nice weight. Real nice shot.
Dan thinking bumper.
Yeah, Dan's going to try to chase it because it's so far back. Yeah. All right, Dan says you can also just draw it down. Jassy says, I like that, so they're going to play the draw.
Meanwhile, Matt looking to draw himself.
All right, so Dan telling the rest of the team that their tolerance is a little heavy. Backline is fine because they can just come to a rest on that yellow rock.
Gallegos' stone drawn partially under the red, but Craig looks like he's going to be able to get to it without a problem.
Dan calling for hard curl and sweep. This lock looks like it will finish very nicely in front of the yellow. So great shot from Jassy and nice rock management from Michelle and John. Kevin is just going to look to draw on top of it.
Craig electing not to try to hit, but to draw down to the yellow. Trying to set up a 2-point.
Jess's first rock. Ben thinking it's kind of light, but it's got a curl a mile. All right, it's going to settle in pretty nicely. Finishes well. I think you probably could get to it nose because that red guard is so high up, which is what the call is from Dan.
Sweeping on Craig's stone will end up being a takeout and flop in. Gallegos going to trade the hit, likely leading to an attempted blank.
All right, there's two-sided curling now from John and Michelle. I don't actually know if that works like that, but certainly working in their favor there. Nice little hit and roll from Jassy.
Yep, manages to avoid the jam.
Yep, looks like it's going to be a force the way it's working out.
Guard or you want to come in? You want to peel the guard or come in?
Kevin Endring, should we peel the red guard up there? Jess wanting to know if she comes in, would they be shot? I think the answer is yes, but you will be sticking out, much like you were previously.
Well, she'd need to freeze to it. Meanwhile, Gallegos' nose shot forces Craig to actually make the hit for the blank.
So just took a little more ice on that one. So it's got a cross center line now, and it's got a lot of curling to do. Tia working it over.
It's moving, but
It's also a little light now, so they got to get it down. Keep going, keep going. All right, not a bad swap. Good sweep from the sweepers.
it is pretty exposed, though.
Yeah, I think Dan's going to look to nose it again, just like he did the previous one. I do like that Dan's shirt says, obviously Dan.
Craig's stone hits, and it is a blank.
Is that 3 blanks now on sheet 2?
That is 3 blanks on sheet 2.
All right.
So it is still 3-0 going into the 5th end now.
All right, and Dan's going to look for the nose hit on this yellow in the top 12.
I think a little bit on the low side, actually.
To roll over into the pile, you mean?
Yeah, just a hair.
So then we're going to see Kevin run that corner yellow.
He might. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is moving.
This one's moving.
They got it.
Got it by the guard, but they got to keep it on there. All right. Oh, and it's only to the back gate. Okay, so that changes things a little bit.
It is still
I think it might be
red
shot
1
rock.
and 2.
No, I think that yellow might actually be.
No, I think red is shot rock.
Okay. Well, they're investigating very carefully, and we are looking at our fisheye view, so
Yeah.
maybe we could get not fisheye view cameras for next year. What do you think?
Huh. We can just change the camera with some software.
Oh, we can just make it look like we know which one's closer from the stream instead
Well,
with
you can
software?
undistort the fisheye.
Okay. All right, we're trading hits again over on sheet 2 because Aaron will continue to throw into the house, knowing that Craig is just going to play the blank, and that just shortens the game.
Yep. Leslie's stone makes the takeout, rolls out to the side of the 4-foot. Matt immediately up there for the hit, and Aaron will get to go again.
All right, Kevin with his first of this end. It's going to be an out turn. I guess it's a draw to the pile. Is that what the call is? Or are they trying to punch the red on the high
He
side
may be trying to
and
punch
roll?
the red, jostle those reds a little bit.
Okay.
Playing the, definitely not a blank, so try to get rid of those reds. That yellow not doing them any good back there.
Yeah.
A little bit of a outward motion at the end there.
Yeah.
This is moving.
Looks kind of light.
It's gotta hit. It's gonna chip the red.
Okay, nice shot. There we go. So now he's left a yellow double, which I think Dan's going to take advantage of. And then roll it. Dan can roll the shooter as well, too.
Double the yellows, roll over to the pile.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, more takeouts on sheet 2, spilling just to the very edge of the rings. Matt still coming from the outside.
Does anyone come inside out for those hits?
No, they seem to all prefer the outside in.
Yeah, I think it's a little more predictable going outside in.
Well, it's pretty straight along that line, so.
Yeah.
especially with the weight. It's like it's going to just nose it.
They want to nose it and hang on the side. Nice
Yeah.
shot. All right, Dan is off with his second rock.
That seems like it's got a... Oh, is he going to try to flop on top of the yellow?
I think they're looking for the roll, but right now it's... Yeah. There you go.
Oh, there we go. That's pretty nice.
Pretty good force, I think.
Brian, meanwhile, attempting to also take that stone out in the very edge. Wants to hit and nose it. Looks like it's getting close, but I think it's going to be on the outside. Yep.
Do we know if that red is 1, 2, or just 1 and 3?
I don't know. It's hard to tell exactly, but there's a good chance it is 1, 2.
Yeah, because it looks like they're trying to hit the red high side and kick it back so that the red that is in the 8-foot closer to the yellow will get punched back, but then also you spin that top red off a little bit so there's a chance for 2. That's what it looks like the call is. You gotta be pretty precise though.
Keith just being asked on sheet 2 to throw in the rings. He said anywhere's fine.
All right, and Craig says, okay, let's just hit it. I think they're going to play their entire 5th end in the time it took these guys to finish the second half of the 4th end.
They're still on the leads on the front end.
All right, so this is Hammer over on sheet 1. Kevin, kind of turned that one a little bit in on the release.
Yeah, this is going to be, they got the guard.
All right, go Ben with his sweeping. Looks like it'll be, oh, is that 2?
I think that might be 2.
Nice shot for 2. Very nice shot.
That ties up the game.
Some great curling on both sheets. Sharon throwing a hit. Keith being told to put some work on it. And then Matt saying off.
Looks like they're going to hit and roll to the wing.
To the back. 12. We've seen that before.
Yep. So, not more hits from Katie.
All right, Kevin asking Tia to throw a center guard.
As scores tied, and Dan and Jesse have hammer for the first time in the game.
Yep.
Jess, really kind of nice. Jess, though, all the way.
Katie's rock hits and sticks on the outer edge of the 12.
All right, now some nice sweeping by Jess and Ben there to get Tia's rock over into a very high 1 guard. Jesse's going to ignore it and call for the corner.
Sharon's rock looking like it's got a decent line. Trying to curl it a little bit. Rolls out.
All right, Dan's working Michelle's rock.
Back 8 is 14-0, so that's a bit heavy. Dan sweeping it to the back.
Kevin ignoring it, setting up his centers for steal.
Meanwhile, Katie throwing into the rings.
so it needs to curl a little bit. Weight looks pretty good. Although Kevin says, take a look, it looks hot, and then...
It looks like it's hanging quite
Yeah, I
a bit
think
more
it's
than
just-
they were expecting.
It is definitely hanging on that line out there, but it is coming down to the tee. So,
Interesting knifing back and forth motion there. Rather than knifing across the face, he was knifing parallel to the travel direction.
parallel to the travel direction. That's what you're supposed to do.
No, not perpendicular.
No, you don't want perpendicular. You want it kind of like 70 degrees.
No, it was straight forward.
Yeah. The theory being that you're only doing part of the rock's path, and so it's going to grab more on the other parts that you're not getting to. That is the theory. And I think Bruce Mowett's team makes it work so everyone else doesn't too. All right, with the rollout, Kevin says, okay, we're just going to get rid of this red. We are kind of headed toward another blank on this sheet.
Yeah.
Actually, probably on both sheets.
Yeah, Ben's looking to take out the first stone here, too.
Games go fast when you're doing all hits.
As Leslie said, the game goes fast when you do a lot of hits. Looks like they're going to finish the fifth end in about another couple of minutes over in sheet 2. Ben's rock looks like it just
Gets a piece and
gets
spills
it
out.
it spills out, yes. I think he was a hair tight on the release, so they were on it pretty early. All right, Jesse says we'll go to the wing again.
Meanwhile, Craig's first is slowing down, but looks like they're going to be able to sweep it out without a problem.
All right. I think you draw down to that one. That's what Matt says he's going to do. It'll
Yeah.
be a pretty hard rock to remove then.
Draw to it.
Good force strategy so that they can get hammer back in the even ends.
Though Craig has the weight to clear them all.
That is true. He can throw the weight to clear them all. All right, John's rock. Looks like it will settle down nicely right at the tee. All right, so Kevin asking Ben to play the hit and roll.
Wants to flop under the center guard, trying to bring the play back to the middle.
All right, we have Matt with the draw to that back corner to freeze on that red.
For sheet 2, then Ben's on sheet 1 is going to
Just a
end up
nose
nose
hit.
it.
Just a nose hit.
Matt Stone is going to over curl a bit.
Uh-oh, is it gonna go out the back?
He'll hang on,
Oh,
but
probably not
not back.
forced.
Not going to be a force. Going to end up with another blank.
All right, John Gephardt with his first being asked to throw the hit. Gonna make that hit very nicely on the nose. I still don't know about his pants though. Oh, they have like the zippers. They have zippers.
They're not split. They have vents
They're
for when you get
vented.
too hot.
I see.
And last stone for Craig.
All right, Jess being asked to play the hit. Hers
And,
is floating out a little bit, so it's got to come over quite a bit.
and it is another blank on sheet 2.
All right, Tia trying to work Jess's rock over, I think. And then Ben trying to get it out the back. Not quite. So now Jassy will have the opportunity to split the house for what they call a juniors double. I guess that's what they teach you in juniors on how to get 2, is you split your rocks up like that.
Meanwhile, Matt and Aaron
We'll throw into the house again. All right, Aaron's rock is coming in nicely.
Looks like top 12.
Top 12 is perfect.
Oh no, just biting, just halfway into top 8.
All right, Jassy with her first rock, which is a draw. She says she thought it might have been a hair light to her team.
Craig deciding not to do the takeout.
Really? He's deciding that the 6th end is a good time to get some points.
I think he's decided he needs to score in this end so he can have hammer going home.
Probably a good idea. All right, so a nice draw from Jassy. The rocks are very spread across. So Jess saying we should go inside out for the bigger roll.
Leslie gets the guard.
It is a center line guard, though, which I don't think is what they wanted.
Yeah, it's pretty close to where Craig pointed. He pointed more to the 3 than a 2.
But he wanted it on the center line?
Just to the side of the center line.
Okay. All right. Ben.
Sweeping hard to keep this from overcurling.
Yeah. I think it's going to overcurl. She'll get a piece of it, but we're not going to keep the shooter, so. Uh-oh.
No, it's
leaving a pile of reds back there. Uh-oh.
That's dangerous. Dan's like,
so Dan now debates, should we throw something up there so they can't basically do a double on those reds? Jassy says, yes, let's do it. So now we're going to probably see something in the top 8, top 12.
Meanwhile, Erin gets a second stone directly in front of her first, both on the 12-foot. Craig says, okay, it's time to hit, and is looking for a double of those. Leslie's hanging wide.
Jassy's rock is working its way down. It is definitely a guard.
I think it's going to...
Well, the concern is that it's going to overcurl.
Well, now Dan wants it to curl. So I think he knows it's
not
done.
in a bad spot.
No, it's not bad.
I mean, they can get to it with, like, board. It'll curl up behind it, given how far apart they are, but
it's hard to...
it's not bad.
Hard to throw a lot of weight at it, though, so...
No, you'd have to throw, like... Oh, wait, maybe they're drawing under. That ice looks like maybe that's what they're doing.
They could be drawing under. They could be drawing back to them.
Could be. All right. Keith's first rock is also going to come right on top of the yellow.
It's going to tap it a little.
Leaves a double. But
leaves a very, very real double. I think Craig will take it.
Okay.
So he's actually trying to just hit and flop, which may not get him the double.
Okay. All right, Kevin with his first rock over on sheet 1.
Craig saying
Looks
we're
like
going
it
to get
is
the
just
double instead.
Draw.
Craig stays in the rings, but so does Gallegos' stone.
All right, Ben being asked to...
Now they're
Kevin was a little light on that. He's been light on his interns this entire game. We saw this happen in 2 ends ago in the same direction, kind of a similar kind of thing.
So this ends up with a second guard. Now Dan's going to try to get something top 8 towards the center line, preventing the draw.
Or the run. I think that's the other thing. Yeah, so Dan wants a very precise placement in the top 12, edge to edge on the guard. That will leave the rock exposed for him to tap up on his last one if he needs to.
Craig electing not to hit on the sheet 2, looking to draw under the guard.
All right, we heard top 4 from Michelle. Then we heard 4, 5, and a 4. So it looks like
Brian Stone gets under the guard, but in the back 8.
all right. It's a nice sweep by the sweepers to a 3 guard, 2 guard, 2.5 guard. Looks like Kevin's going to try that same shot again. Hopefully a little bit more of a positive release on the intern so it's not as soft either. But his first one was just kind of light because I think it wound up as that.
Yeah, but then Dan's was light too.
Yeah. Could be John Gephardt and his sweeping taking all the pebble off the ice now.
Sharon Stone manages to take out Brian Stone. So leave Katie to draw in under again.
All right. Kevin with his last rock here in the 5th. Yeah. They got to keep going to get it around. Yep.
It's around the guard.
Whoa.
This is going to be nice. This is going to be nice.
Come down to it. Real nice. Okay, nice shot, Kevin. Getting under cover. So Dan's now got to basically follow it down.
Are we one? No. Try the double? What do you like?
Katie Stone, nice tucked under the guard. Almost full 8.
So you hear an interesting question from Sharon, which was, are we one? Matt says no. Then she goes peel the guard instead of, trying to come under. So that's what they're going to do.
So you think Dan's going to try to pick this stone out?
No, I think he's just going to draw down to it. Oh, under it. Okay.
Yeah, got rid of the guard and the shot stone. Now yellow's sitting shot on sheet 2.
All right, Dan looks like it looks like he might go right by. All right, good draw by Dan for 1.
No, that's yellow.
Wait, that's yellow. Oh, steal of 1, I think. Our fish eyes need work. Our fishbowl cameras. All right, that was an exciting end, with probably the most rocks we've seen him play since the first end when no one could get it into the house. All right, we are starting the 6th end here on sheet 2. The score is currently
4 to 2.
No, it's 3 to 2. It's 3 to 2 in the 6th end.
Oh. Yeah, I can't read. He's
That's
standing
because
in
Ben
front
Peters' head's in the way. It's okay. And over on sheet 2, we are discussing how exactly to get this yellow out without losing the back red, if it's possible at all.
It's doable.
But you're going to lose your shooter.
No, you got to squirt the yellow directly to the boards and hope with light enough weight that your shooter rolls across the house while staying in.
No. That's very wishful thinking on that board side of the ice. But it's a really nice center guard from Tia, so we're going to see Michelle being asked to go to the wing for a corner. Katie with her rock on the hit coming out.
Craig calling the sweep.
Yeah, Michelle's rock is going to go deep, but it'll stay in the back 12.
Katie's rock clears the backing of the yellow and squirts it out into view, but Gallegos has the hit and flop in front of it option.
Which is exactly, I think, what he's trying to do. All right, Tia with a come around. That one looks like she kind of crossed the face of her body on the release. So Jess and Ben swap so that they can try to get the rock to curl a little more. Now it's moving. Now it's moving a lot.
Yeah, that's taking a
That took a lot
real
off.
right turn.
That took a lot off. Okay. All right, staggered centers. So I think we go under now, which is what. Yeah, so Jassy wants to go top 4 now. Dan says yes, but I want to come the intern side, not the outturn side.
He's really worried about being light and putting a guard underneath the yellow.
Yeah, and then preventing the peel. Well, we're just getting rid of everything in the house now.
Yep.
And the war room groans about yet another blank end in sheet 2 because they thought finally someone was going to have to score.
Well, Craig can still get his skip deuce. There is a guard there.
That is true. All right. Michelle's second shot coming
Sliding in.
to the back 4, back 8. Kevin says maybe we hit and flop. And they think, well, he asked Ben how much he could see. Ben said half, so in that case, they're going to draw. 13-7 to the back 8. That is slowing down. All right, Craig is going to draw under the center card on sheet 2. All right, Kevin calling for curl. 13-4. Let's just come right down to it then. Come right down to it.
Right on top of it.
Yep.
Little bump.
Little bump is okay. All right, Jassy's gonna double peel the guards now. Ask John Gephardt to do that. Craig's draw is off. Does anybody actually know how to throw draw weight on that sheet anymore? They've been throwing so many hits.
They have to throw a draw every once in a while when both rocks spill out.
No.
Craig's not too bad on that draw.
I think it's gonna be like top 8. It's good.
I think
top 8.
Does get under the guard mostly. Little piece sticking out.
Gephardt with the with the single peel with the slight redirect and leaves the shooter on top. So I think Kevin's going to try to come right in underneath top 4 on the outturn side because he's probably got a little more room. All right, they've decided to play the side that they just threw. Is Matt drawing on that side under the red? Is that what the call is?
I think he is.
Yeah, the ice looks like he's going to draw under that pile.
Meanwhile, Ben.
It's got a curl. These rocks kind of float out a little bit here, running this way, and then they'll break when the weight comes off, but it kind of takes it a while to do it.
They break pretty heavy though.
Yeah. And I think that has more to do with the ice conditions than the rocks themselves.
Is that the biter? No, it's not.
No, it's outside the house.
Meanwhile, Matt's stone looks like it's got a lot of weight on it.
It's not moving much either. Katie's working on it hard.
Craig telling Katie to stop because he wants to hit that sucker.
Yeah, and then he'll get his deuce.
Well, he can draw too. I mean, he
Did just throw the
he
other
did
drop.
just throw the draw, so
Yeah.
here comes second attempt at a takeout double.
Looks like it's just gonna be a straight peel.
Just a straight peel.
Exchange one rock for the other, but they are getting higher, so they're leaving more room on the outturn side now of things because that rock kept getting higher and higher.
Yep. And let's see. Craig needs to get his deuce, force Gallegos to 1, and then get a deuce on the, or 3 on the way home.
All right, Jess being asked to draw to the top 4 on the outturn side. A little bit of a float on that release.
They all are floating at first.
Looks a little hot too. Looks like they're through. All right.
Kevin's rock is going to the back of the house.
Oh, that slowed down quite a
That
bit right
slowed
there.
down a lot.
Right down on point there.
Oh my goodness.
Is it 1? Is it 2?
It's very close.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, she agrees it's just 1.
All right. So McKinley on the scoreboard with 1 as we go into the 7th. But we have seen not 1, not 2, but 3 steals in this earlier morning draw, so anything can happen. All right, over on sheet 1, Jassy is going to be asked to draw under, taking a lot less ice than what we saw Kevin's team take on this shot. All right, call was back 4 out of hand.
Dan calling the sweep. No.
No, it's gonna clear. It's gonna clear it quite a bit. It's got a curl though now. There you go. Looks really nice. Looks like it's gonna finish really well.
Finished
Alright.
just top 4.
Which is where they wanted it, so that's nice. So I think Kevin asked for the guard to prevent the tap. I think that's what he called. Yeah. It's a guard to prevent the tap, and it also functions as something that he can run on the next shot to get rid of the red that is sitting in the top 4.
Aaron being asked to throw a corner guard. Something a little different this end.
All right, Ben being asked to hold this out there. That looks pretty good. It's definitely in the way. And Dan says, okay, we're just going to draw. We've got the side of the button here. Jassy wants to know, do you want to come in on the in-turn side where there is a yellow on the back 4 for backing, or do you want to come in on the out-turn side? Dan's eyeballing the out-turn side.
Meanwhile, Leslie being asked to throw a second centerline guard.
He said 13-8 on this side, so I mean, it's still kind of holding up.
Craig playing heavy for the steal.
These guards aren't quite lined up, but you do have double centers, but they're going to get doubled out, I think, in the minute that Matt can start peeling them. All right. Some very precise sweep calling over on sheet 1 by Dan. They are going to get around the yellow very nicely. It looks like it's carrying a bit of extra weight, Kevin. Kevin's going to leave it there so that he can draw on top of it and really shrink the scoring area.
Keith is drawing under Leslie's 2 guards, or I'm sorry, Aaron's drawing under Leslie's 2 guards.
Yep. All right, so Kevin is going to try to draw on top of that red on an angle. Let's see what happens here. There wasn't a whole ton of finish from Jassie's rock once it cleared that top yellow guard.
No, her stones don't finish as much. Also, I think the finish seems to be more from right to left than left to right.
Yeah, coming off the board side, I think historically has been less of a finish on sheet 1.
Meanwhile, Brian manages a takeout but spills the shooter.
So Matt's going to draw under. Oh, they're trying to figure out
if it was out, yeah.
Whoa, no, you're on the guard. All right.
He's just playing to
guard it.
well, that makes the drawing harder, but
the guards are level, so you could just double them out and leave yourself something there to run on your last rock. I think that's what Dan is eyeballing right now.
Dan may be eyeballing the yellow-red-yellow run.
That too is also there.
Craig now looking to draw under his 2 guards.
I feel like this is the most number of reds I've seen him play on sheet 2 the entire game. Dan over on sheet 1 says, I'm throwing this 8.5 firm. So we're going to see something happen. Brian's rock kind of taken off there to clip the guard. It took off a little bit.
Yeah, will serve as a guard for the other one. Actually, probably not much of a guard for the other one.
It's so far up there, I think you can get to it going inside out, which I think is the call.
Keith says he can see 2/3 of it, but Matt's saying let's draw under.
Yeah,
Here
Matt's got hammer, so he can draw under and try to deal with that one later.
Here comes Dan's stone. It's close, it's close.
It's very close.
Oh.
All sorts of movement now. Okay. That changes things quite a bit.
Yeah, that was a bit unexpected.
Well, he hit it. He actually over curled a hair on the hit because he came from it.
Yellow to red.
Yeah, I think he came at it. He hit the top yellow a little too.
Well, he hit the top yellow too much on
the left side.
On the left side, and that ended up hitting the other yellow guard.
Yep.
Which then deflected itself into the red.
Well, the angles have now changed a little bit. He now has a red that he can work with, which is probably his best option.
Meanwhile, Gallegos' rock ends up a little deep in the back 12. Katie trying to draw down to it, it looks like, or just under the guards.
So I think the call here was a guard on sheet 1. That was what Ben was talking about.
What are we guarding here?
Kevin goes, what are we guarding?
Get a little tighter then.
And everyone sort of points to this red thing, and then he says, all right, let's move our broom in a little bit then.
Huh? I mean, they just tapped.
All right, Kevin with his last rock over on sheet 1. They might wind up through the port if it's a 3.
It's very close, but I think they're going to just tick off the red instead.
That's perfectly good. That's a perfectly good spot to move that. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Now the red.
So now the red run
is
isn't
hard.
there, and then the red angled run is kind of hard. I mean, it's there, but it's kind of hard. But I think that's what Dan's eyeballing. He says it's there.
Sharon all over the guard is what Matt says.
The other shot that Dan is looking at is the yellow, yellow, yellow spill. I guess
If he throws a ton of weight at that,
he could get 4, 2 maybe.
2
more
most likely, because
the back ones in the back 12 are probably not going to get out counted, but that's a lot. I mean, the other option. There's a very small port to draw on the outturn side. I
meanwhile,
think Dan really wants to play the yellow, yellow, yellow run, though.
I think it's because it opens it up.
Well, this is his last rock, so it's really just to get to the 4-foot rock that's in the back. That's kind of glued.
Katie's stone promoting a little bit of the red stone, but not enough to be shot stone, opening up a port for Matt to draw through.
All right, Jassie's saying she likes the draw, so that's probably the safer call in the sense that you are sitting 2-3, so you're probably not going to give up more than 1 regardless.
Aaron hard sweeping. Looks like this is taken off on him a little bit. Gonna get the double. Oh no. Doesn't get out. Ends up promoting the red into shot stone, although it's exposed. Craig needing a second rock counter to prevent.
Well, Gallegos has hammer, so
Yes.
the fact that the red is exposed is not a bad thing.
Well, it's not a bad thing for Gallegos.
Yes.
It's a bad thing for Craig.
All right, Dan with his final rock on hammer on sheet 1. It looks like they're playing the draw through the port. It is like a rock and a half wide. It is a rock and a half wide, so it is there. Oh no, you gotta go straight, gotta go straight. Oh no.
Oh, you curled it too much.
I don't think we needed to curl, it just needed to.
You needed a little more weight. I think
Yeah.
it was just light.
All right, so that's another steal of 1 for yellow, and we are going to go into the seventh end on sheet 1.
Now it's 4-2.
Now it's 4-2, yes.
Tried to predict that earlier.
Does Dan have lightning bolts coming out of his head on their shirts? I think so.
I think they're in his ears.
Well, there's like one's coming out of his like neck. I don't think that.
Yeah, well, you know.
Okay, so on sheet 1, is this Craig's last rock or his first rock?
This is his first rock.
His first rock. Is he going to just angle chip that red? Is that what
I think so. Either that or he can draw in.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a draw, though.
Could be. All right, so Tia with the center guard as we start off the 7th end.
Line's a little tight. Pull away then.
Here comes the Craig. It is a draw. No, it's just going to be a chip.
All right.
Ends up sitting 1-2.
Gallegos is going to draw in. It looks like on the intern side. They like the way that the guards are staggered. They're a little better for the port.
Yeah, it looks much better in person than it does on the screen.
All right, Jassy asking Michelle for the corner. All right, 3-4 on the guard. maybe touching paint.
It's going to be a nice corner guard.
Nice corner guard from Michelle. All right, Kevin is going to ask for the come around. Top 4 is the call. It's always fun to see and hear dual deliveries. Aaron's got to get that yellow rock off the red guard. I'm not sure it's going to make it off the red guard. I think
No,
it's just
that's
on
not
it.
off. It's on. It's ticking.
All right. That's okay. It opens up the port even more.
A little bit.
Tia with a nice top 4 draw undercover. And Jassie's saying, let's go on top of it. Katie wondering if Craig should block the draw port. I think that is what the call is going to be over on sheet 2. Over on sheet 1, Michelle with her second rock. Looks like it's going to come in real nice and sit on top of that rock in the 4-foot on an angle.
Sweeping hard now.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to come down to it.
I'll be just short of it.
Yep, that's all right. It's a nice throw. Kevin says, do we throw? Well, Kevin's wondering if we put another guard up because between the red and the yellow, there's a lot of room right now.
The red is very promotable where it is.
Correct. So I think he's trying to take that away.
Craig's still thinking about it on
Craig
sheet
is still
2.
thinking about the guard on sheet 2.
I mean, after all those takeouts, he's got plenty of time.
That is true. They are like an end ahead of sheet 1. And it's taken them an hour and a half or thereabouts to play 7 ends. So
This looks like it's going to be sticking out, but working as a guard to prevent that.
I think they're kind of lined up, though. I think Jassy was thinking peel, and everyone's like, we like the peel, so we're going to play the peel.
Okay, Craig looking like he's going to go
Draw in.
on the out turn.
Okay. He did just throw that other rock on the out turn side, so they probably know it.
Of course, I feel like that was 10 minutes ago.
That probably was 10 minutes ago. All right, Gephardt with his first, looking for the peel.
Normal up is the way. Oh, Craig.
Craig decides to switch at the last minute.
This is going to just peel.
All right, this is a nice peel from John Gephardt, doing his job.
Craig's last is away.
I think that's a guard that they were talking about.
Yeah. Leslie thinks it might not be over. I think we got plenty for it, though.
All right, Ben, gonna put the guard back.
It's a pretty good line, but the tap is very there.
Got to curl a lot.
Matt looks like he's going to try to double the reds, though.
Yeah, doubling the reds would be great. Cutting them down to 1 would be fine. You come home with hammer up 1 is not a bad position to be in either.
No, that's not bad.
So I'd be okay with either of those. Ben with a nice replacement. Jassy, I think, calling the same thing again. She says she wants firm. Matt wondering if it's going to jam, thinking, I don't think it's going to jam. All right, Gephardt's normal up needs to curl a bit for a piece. Uh-oh. No piece.
Oh.
No piece. All right. So now
Gallegos throwing hammerstone. Calling Aaron off hand.
hard out of hand to get by the
It's gonna be
guard.
close, I think.
Oh, we're
they get
by. We're by. Nice.
Oh,
For one.
for one.
For one is good. They got it by the guard. That was great. Sweeping. So here we go on sheet 1. Jess is being asked to put another guard into that pile. It's a 1, but it's got to curl a bit. Now it's curling hard. What does the weight come off? So we're getting an over and off call, but it's got to get over, and it is not over.
Well, we had a flash, now we have a hog.
All right. We have the last end on sheet 2, so this is for all the marbles. Score is 4-1, Gallegos, but McKinley has hammer. And so we're going to see Aaron throw into the house and or through. I think it's a throw. And we're going to see McKinley throw some guards. And then we'll probably see some rocks get peeled. Okay, Jassy is going to play the run peel. It is floating out there. So we're going to get the double curl sweep from Michelle and John. Looks like it will get there. Oh, and that works. We get 2 on the rings now for Team Dan Pearson's fans.
Dan's fans.
Dan's fans. There is a double.
Yeah, let's hit the double.
Yep, so that's what the call is.
Can we hit the middle first again? Yeah, we can. How much of this can you see all of it or half of it? Half of it. Okay. How much do we need? Not a whole lot.
Leslie's rock going deep.
Yeah.
Gallegos going for the takeout right away.
All right, Jess with the double. It's floating a little bit. It's floating. They're going to play the back one first. Let's see what we can get here. All right, that's pretty good. The red is still raisable, but a little bit harder because that yellow to red length is so long. The yellow guard is so high up.
We're second. Okay.
So we're thinking the peeling of the center guard is probably the way to go.
That's not on, so I guess there's a double down here. Okay, if you want, it's either clear we got to run the double or we got to draw. I don't like the draw. Okay. You guys agree? You want to clear or do you want to try this?
So Dan says you can clear, play the double or the draw, but I don't like the draw. Michelle says I like the draw, but that's because she probably just plays lead and likes the draw. So I think it's been elected to play the peel. All right, yellow throwing another one through the house. Rocks in play do not help yellow at the moment.
That's on sheet 2.
On sheet 2.
Where Leslie had thrown a perfect guard.
So now Brian has to come underneath it. Oh, was he drawing to the wing on top of the yellow?
He's drawing to the ring.
All right, Jesse's rock is moving quite a bit. They're going to cross the face of it. Cross the face of it.
My bad, my shot.
All right. So now Ben can throw or Kevin can throw another guard in the center. And then And then Jassy will have to do something similar again. Over on sheet 2, Brian's rock looks like it's going to be a top
Centerline guard.
centerline guard for a 1. So they're setting up for this. Well,
They're setting up.
it looks like they're setting up for steal, but I don't think they actually want that. So Gallegos is just going to
I think
peel them out.
Leslie's first guard being deep and the second one being on the center line. He's just going with the center line.
Yeah, they need guards to score multiple points here. Looks like they're just stuffing it. So they got a break there with the exchanging of the color of guards on sheet 2.
Just yelling for line on sheet 1.
Yeah, the rock's a little light. It's that intern side that I think is Kevin's not favorite going this way. But they got it over, and that's what counts. It's in play. It is visually intimidating, which is important.
Dan's eyeing that red run back.
Yeah.
This is Dan's first.
Yep. So they're going to play the red run now, I think, while they still can.
No, I think he's playing the yellow double.
The yellow double?
Yeah, I think he's playing the yellow double.
That makes sense, too. You can play the yellow double.
Brian's second stone on sheet 2, looking to draw in. Take advantage of those 2 center guards.
I don't think the yellow double leaves the shooter on the rings, though, does it?
It leaves it there.
This one looks pretty good. Pretty good. Just stuffs it, though.
Yeah.
All right, now Ben gets to do something. Throwing another guard.
Yep.
If he throws another guard, he's got to get half under the red, I think. You don't want to be sticking out too much. All right, sheet 2, I think Sharon's going to try to run them out of rocks.
Yeah, it looks like she's floated too wide, though.
Oh, another break for MacKinley. Okay.
Only thing better for him would have been if he had just tapped it into the rings, or into a little bit better.
That top red is not in the rings, though, right? So, all right. So
it wouldn't be counting anyways with the yellow counter.
that's okay. The yellow counter is wide open. They can deal with that later. Okay, Kevin is off with his last rock. Make sure it's a guard. Ben's leaning on it hard to make sure it gets over. Jess says, always straight. Get it over, get it over. They really need to get it over.
And just over.
Go hard, go hard. Okay, over and up. That is a good throw. So now I think Dan gets to just draw to the 4-foot for 1.
Yeah. Draw for 1, then he's going to have to try to steal his way back.
And then we get bonus curling. I don't know if we can handle both bonus curling
Twice
in a day. That's a lot. All right, Sharon with her second rock. Matt with the frantic sweep call. And we'll do a nice job there. Okay, Dan with his last rock. Sweeper is making sure that they can get it there. 13-9 is what this call is on the weight. And it looks like it will just settle in the back 4. So nice shot from Dan to ensure that they get their point. All right. right, so we're having the 8th end on sheet 1. The score is 4-3 in favor of Brains, Heart, and Courage, also known as Kevin King's team, and they will have Hammer coming home.
Meanwhile, Katie's second rock drawing into shot position. No second shot, but still open.
Yep.
Craig in danger of running out of rocks real quick here.
Well, they played 4 blank ends in this game, so it's like half the game didn't exist. All right, Michelle with her first one, really needing to get it on the center line to set up the steal. So Dan is working it really, really, really hard.
But it is effective because it's moving.
Yep. All right. It is not touching the center line, though.
No, it's just off.
Play center. You only need one.
Jess says you only need 1, play center. Kevin calls the draw underneath. I don't know if, well, we would see oftentimes a lot of teams play the tick shot here now, but they are not playing the tick shot.
Gallegos.
Has they run them out of rocks yet? Not quite.
No, Craig needs to get both his and a split of that top red.
Okay.
It's
All right, Ben Peters working Tia's rock over as much as he can. That is going to be deep. So we'll leave it there for now.
guard is called.
For Jassy needing a guard because they want to steal. Just biting 12, I think is what the call is. All right, Craig is going to draw under. Or is he drawing under or is he splitting?
He's drawing under.
All right, Michelle with her second. Dan saying 3-4. But we're hearing lots of really good communication from the front end and the house about where the rock is, what the line looks like, so that's all really good.
That's the second guard.
So Kevin's going to come underneath in turn side. Oh, he does get the split onto the rings, but I think that back one might go through.
It does go.
Oh, no, it'll hang on.
It hangs on. Craig has to somehow, well, Gallegos has to miss, and Craig has to somehow get the biggest double.
Well, he can throw the weight for the double. That we're not worried about. If anyone can throw the weight for that double, it is Craig MacKinley. All right. We're trying to get this rock to the top 8. It does not look like it has that weight. Looks like it's just going to come in and touch the 12 and kind of hang out there. Okay. So now... So Dan's trying to convince Jassy that the correct call is to nose the yellow so that they have 2 ways in. And those are very powerful rocks at the front of the house.
Gallegos trying to figure out which of several different options he has. Looks like he's going to try to draw down to his own yellow.
And Michelle sweeping hard to hold this. Looks like she'll get it. Nice sweep by Michelle. All right, now we're going to see Kevin start peeling because we're 5 rocks in. So Matt, if he takes it out, does he run them out of rocks? I think so, right?
If he can take out a red, but I don't think...
I think he's playing that black one, isn't he? He's playing to that back red.
Be close.
That looks like that's what the call is. All right, peeling over here on sheet 1.
Matt just need to tap that red a little bit out. Looks like he's going to end up freezing on his own, though.
Okay, that's fine. Probably hard to get rid of that yellow without losing the red.
Craig now needing a across the entire house triple.
Well, that's pretty good. Okay, John, I think being asked to put the center guard back.
Well, the fun thing on sheet 2 is that he actually still has a shot with hammer.
He doesn't have hammer. Oh, he does have hammer.
He does have hammer.
That's right. This is hammer. This is for all the marbles, right?
Yep, he's got to get 3.
Okay. Call for the guard is a 2 from Dan on John Gephardt's rock as they try to work it over to the center line.
It looks more like a 1 now. Oh, Craig just threw that sucker.
Wow.
He's going to, shall we say, miss.
Whoa, that's a lot of weight. All right, so handshakes on sheet 2. Gallegos with the D event, Mad Anthony Wayne or Mad Wayne Anthony, something like that.
I don't know, but it is their second year in a row winning it. It is. No, the Mad Anthony Wayne was the third event.
Oh. Oh no, it's the Horn of Glory.
Yes, the Horn of Glory.
Okay, a nice peel from Ben Peters on
Horn
sheet
of Plenty.
Horn of Plenty.
There we go.
So 2 years in a row we have Gallegos winning the D event. Congratulations to them and congratulations to Craig McKinley's team, the Lollipop Guild, as our runner-ups.
Not that the Harvest Committee didn't completely make up that name for him.
Oh, that's right, because they did not have a team name. And if you haven't played at the Harvest before, you have to have a team name that is themed appropriately. And if you don't, the Harvest Committee will assign you a team name. Unless you're the Old Bay Margaritas, for which we will grant you an exception. All right, Jassy with her first rock, being asked to put the guard back up. Dan frantically calling for a line. John Gephardt getting his Garmin steps in. Vis-a-vis his broom. All right, nice guard from Jassy. Settles in very nicely. Kevin with the peel. We're going to have a team discussion on sheet 1, which as to what to play. I think the initial call was to play the peel on the center guard that was just thrown. The question is, do we try to either hit the red that is in the top 12 and flop under, which then takes away, I think, the red run, but probably opens up that draw path. And I think the answer is everyone's satisfied with the peel. Possibly a double peel.
It's still early enough.
Do they have one in the house right now?
All right. All right, little pop on that. I think they're on the back red. So now they're just going to play to the back red.
They're going to
just on the back red, which is okay. Opens up that draw path, though, which is probably the tricky part now. Because that rock is in the back of the button. Jassy's going to try to glue one on now.
This back button's great. It's going to go 13-7.
kind of shaping up to look like what we saw in the B event final earlier today in this last end.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if we get a steal out of this. Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. Well,
He said
Dan,
good, but
Dan thought it was great for about a half a second. Competing sweep calls from the two ends.
oh, and
Just
it's
a
just
little
a little
short.
short.
All right.
Oh,
I think if I was yellow, I'd probably want to just draw on top now, knowing that that's what they're going to want to. Oh, no,
guard path. He's Jazzy Stone makes the run pretty hard now.
I think. Yeah, so they're discussing that they're staggered. The other word, I think the other place you'd go is if you tucked a piece of it under the red that was just thrown by Jassy. I think that could possibly work too.
If you tuck a piece under the red, you leave Dan the
Is
draw
there a double?
path
Do you
to
still
the
leave
button.
him? Do you leave him the draw path if you're like an eighth of the rock under the yellow?
Under the red?
Under the red? Yeah.
Yes, you leave him a draw path.
This fisheye thing is not open. Okay.
This is just going to be a 2 guard, 1 guard.
Something high. Looks visually intimidating.
Dan still thinks the draw is there.
Probably is.
Dan debating the opposite draw.
I actually think the outturn draw probably is easier.
Well, he says he doesn't think you get shot with the outturn draw.
I think you could get shot because that rock is in the back of the button.
Well, you can get the back of the button, but the question is, do you end up over curling?
I don't think it's been curling that much on that side. You have quite a bit of room because of the yellow guard being the yellow in the top 12 being so far out there. I actually think you have quite a bit of room.
Now he's talking about the slash double, which is possible.
Lots of options. All right, so are they playing the red slash? Is that what he's looking at?
He's looking at something now.
I think it's the red slash he's looking at.
So many options. Could also play the in-off off the yellow.
I think the one that they were talking about before.
A little less.
Yeah, this looks like a slash across the outside of the top red into the red and the 12 foot to spin it straight back. Which is kind of similar to Patterson shot that we saw in the B event finals, I think, in like the 7th end.
This is the red run.
Yep. Oh. All right. Now, what do you do?
King can, now
I'd want to be sitting 2 in the 4 foot if I was king.
No, guard it.
Ben really wants a guard. Just wants to come in. Ben says you can see all of the red in the center. 12. And Dan can throw the weight to make it through the court. So if they guard it now against the red run, then Dan has the yellow double pick. He also has a draw. And Kevin's trying to figure out, does he come in now or does he take away the center line run that...
Well, he can't take away everything.
Yep, that's the problem.
Although, what if he splits on that top red guard?
I was wondering if he nudges the top red guard just a little bit over to block the intern path a little bit more, and then rolls his yellow guard to basically touch the center line, but not kind of fully cover it. I suppose that's an option. But I think if you wanted to play it that way, you'd have to come the intern side. So they're going to come the outturn side. I guess if they nudge their red guard, or sorry, if they nudge their yellow guard that is out there a hair over, that's probably okay too.
Yeah.
So that probably gets more in the way of the draw path on the intern side then. There's a lot of guards for a
Yeah, well, that's...
for a single point end.
Kevin wasn't able to clear him.
All right, Kevin King with his first rock, which he wants to be a guard on the center line. Looks like it's got enough weight to get it over.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to over curl, actually.
It's going to glance off the other yellow and be fine.
That'll be good.
Oh, no, it's dying. It's not going to even glance.
Well,
it closes the hole a little bit.
It does close the hole a little bit, because I think you have to, I think if you wanted to come that way, you had to come, I think, on the intern side.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that red rock, I think, is edge on edge with the other one. Kind of.
Yeah. Dan says you can still make it, but it's...
And Jesse goes about that firm weight. Well, the rest of the team pops up behind Dan. I think the back eight weight on the out turn is the way to go on this one, but I don't know. We'll see what they do. I think the back eight out turn is there at least.
I don't know. Dan was fairly convinced it wasn't. They need to stand on one end of or the other of the sheet so we can hear them better.
Yeah, the question I think they're trying to figure out is, can they draw to the top of the button fully on the intern side? You got John Gephardt who can carve your rocks over, so if you get the weight right, it's there.
Everybody still looking at it.
The warm room has not weighed in on what shot Dan should play.
There's not a lot of people.
But we can take a poll of the warm room. Okay, Dan has said no to the outturn draw. Jassy says, I think we get
Jassy
here.
says yes, the outturn draw.
Jassy says, okay, we'll do the in-turn draw. So that's what we're playing.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We haven't seen an in-turn draw on this line in a very long time. So the ice has probably slowed down a little bit. Yeah. All right. Here's for all the marbles.
Has to be on the pin, basically.
Yep. Gephardt's getting in there for the wait only. Line looks fine. You got plenty of room.
Gotta carve it over.
Gephardt's starting the carve.
No, this is too heavy.
Oh, this one's going to float right through. All right, what a great game on sheet 1. We have Kevin King and the Brain, Hearts, and Courage from Potomac defeating the reigning champions of this event. Dan Pearson's Realm of Niftiest is greater than the Land of Oz, or Dan's fans. This has been a fantastic Bonspiel, a fantastic final, and thank you all for watching, and we will see you in 2026.